Welcome to the show. It's Monday. It's the Nikki Glaser podcast. So happy to be here in our podcast studio in St. Louis, Missouri. You know what? People don't even know I'm in St. Louis. It's wild how many of my friends in LA and New York have no idea I live in St. Louis. They all think I'm in the other place, whether it's New York or LA. And let them think that. Why not? I can be there in a moment's notice. It's just a short Southwest flight away. God, I love Southwest. I could do without the flight attendants making jokes. Yesterday, our flight attendant was really taking some liberties before we took off. I guess they can't start the actual, nuts and bolts of the script until you leave the gate, until you pull off the gate. I didn't know that because he was just rambling. And then as soon as we pulled off, he goes, okay, sorry guys, I was stalling. But he said something about, I had my AirPods in, which muffle everything. But I overheard him going because we're Americans and it's all America on this flight. And I was just like, what? And then I took it out and I think he realized he was making he was just rambling. And then he realized it sounded like Trumpy. And then he goes, and maybe there's some visitors here. I'm like, visitors? What did he call them? I don't even know. Noah, you are a visitor to this country.
Yes.
You moved here at what age?
When I was 7.
7. When did you get your citizenship?
I was a teenager. I think I was maybe 16 or 17.
Did you have to take the test and go through all the
Yeah.
And memorize all the stuff that we as Americans don't know?
Well, I was in school. I think I was in junior high school, or I was in high school, and I just remember kind of freaking out about it, like a test, but it wasn't anything too complicated.
Yeah. Gleb Savchenko recently took it, and he was quizzing us on stuff. And he asked me, what did he ask? He asked, what were the original 13 colonies? And I embarrassingly, everyone at the table, it was Anya. It was on it was the first stop of our tour in San Antonio. We went out to dinner the night before. It was me, my assistant Jen, / co-tour manager Matt Pond. Matt Pond, PA, is his musical name. Anya Marina, Andrew, and Gleb. Gleb's quizzing us, and I'm nailing most of the questions. They're easy. First president, who signed the... name some people who signed the Declaration of Independence. What is the Bill of Rights? Stuff like that. And then he said, what are the original 13 colonies? I'm thinking, I was like Jamestown. I said Roanoke, and everyone goes, Roanoke? Roanoke. And I'm like, I don't know. Sorry. I was thinking of actual little towns. But the 13 colonies were states. I didn't know that. And you know what? Fuck it. I know what I know, and you know what? I want to do a segment on the show because Andrew and I find ourselves being so stupid so often, and I am a know-it-all for sure, and I want to make it clear to everyone that although I think I'm very smart about in some areas, I am very stupid about other stuff. I remember one time on You Up, when we were doing the Serious show, we kind of toyed with doing the segment, and we just tossed out a general question that was, what is physics? And boy, was that hilarious to listen to us try to describe in generality what physics was. So I think a fun segment would be, are you are you dumber than a 5th grader? But how dumb are you? And then me and Andrew try to describe concepts, what is geometry? Or try your best to explain what a black hole is, or string theory. These things that I would be how string theory is the name of the book I read to learn how to do cat's cradle with that weird string that you do that. I still know how to do Jacob's ladder. That's the only one I can still do. Did you ever do those, Noah, where with the little strings where you this and this and then you go this as a kid?
Yeah, but I never got it. It wasn't a thing that stuck.
What did you do as a child to pass the time? When we were waiting in when we just went to Tulum, I forget where we flew into. Cancun, yeah. We were at the airport waiting. We saw 2 little girls doing this.
Oh, patty cake?
Yeah, patty cake, but doing the one that's really a lot of different movements. Andrew and I have a fun handshake. That's what we used to do as kids before phones and tablets and drugs. We used to just make up little handshakes. And I mean, I know it's like been said before, but what the hell did we do before phones? Last night Andrew didn't have his phone with him. Did you see the video I posted? He had his phone, but it died on the plane. And this guy, like, I wanted to get off my phone because I felt so bad. Like, it was like eating a sandwich in front of someone who's starving. He's just like, so what are your apps doing? Like, what's going on with Waze? He just wanted to know anything. No, he didn't. He was just like looking at the road. I don't want to know what was going on in that brain of his. He was chewing on a lot of skin last night or yesterday, which is his anxiety thing. And I know it doesn't help for me to go, what's going on, dude? You're chewing on your hand a lot. Are you anxious? Like, I was trying to, like, but being around someone who's constantly gnawing, I just feel like, is it something I'm doing? And yeah, it could have been. We'll get to the root of it. No, what did you do as a child to pass the time? Like, if you were in a waiting room, I mean, what kids are in waiting rooms? But, like, you know, when you were a kid and didn't, you know, let's say you didn't work with no technology, what were you doing?
Well, if I was in a waiting room, I used to have, like, the Mad Libs. So I used to do that for entertainment.
Mad Libs were so fun.
Yeah.
And you learned, about grammar.
Right, exactly. They used to make me laugh so hard reading them back.
You are so cute. I can only imagine a little Noah reading back, now give me an adjective. And then it's just like green, and you're like, green slime, it works. Like, you just being so cute. Mad Libs were so fun. We used to do those in car rides. And for some reason, they were like a treat. Like, why didn't we just have Mad Libs all the time? Do you ever think about things you got as a treat as a kid, and you're like, that wasn't that, like, expensive. It wasn't like Disneyland. My parents could have just gotten us, Mad Libs are like a buck for 4 of them. For, like, you know, those, they came where the binding is at the top, kind of like a notebook. And then, did you ever do word searches? You know,
like that puzzle, and you would have
yes.
to find. Love those. I loved all the word games.
Those are fun for children. When you see an adult doing a word search, you need to be a special needs adult, or I need you to explain yourself. If no adult should be doing word searches. Sometimes Artie Fuqua, comedian, posts these things on Instagram. You know, these dumb memes that are like, the first 2 words you see are the things that are most important to you. And, like, they'll be, like, sex, and then it'll be, like, horny, and diamonds, money, family. And it's just, like, I always just see, I see a myriad. No, I just see, like, and you fall for those things where we always want to know things about ourselves. And, like, that's what I've realized on these TikToks. Anything that tells you about yourself, people love. The TikTok I keep seeing is the one that's like, will you do it with me, Noah? Okay. This is the TikTok, and this is the TikTok voice. If you want, I mean, it's not, usually this is a man's voice that does it. You know how they pick an audio. I don't know, I don't need to explain TikTok to anyone, and if I do need to explain it, don't listen to this podcast. I'm just kidding. Please do. But there's this voice that isn't all the TikToks that's so annoying. This voice is not used for this particular TikTok. This TikTok is rampant on there, but it's usually a guy's voice being like, if you want to do your model face. But I'm working on doing the TikTok voice. So if you want to know what your model face is, smile without moving your face. Then raise your eyebrows. Now stop, then drop everything. Then drop your smile. Okay, no, it goes smile without moving anything. Raise your eyebrows. And then drop it all. Wait, drop the smile. Oh my God, I can't even know. We gotta find it. But it's so fun because you do it when you're watching it. There was another one the other day that was like, here's how to take the perfect selfie. And it was like, raise your eyebrows, squint your eyes, say the letter L, but don't say it. And it makes you do a face that is like a hot face. I don't know. Do you want to see my hot? I mean, this isn't good for our audio listeners, but we got some, video up in this bitch. This is my, what's your like go-to, wait, I bet I could do your go-to pose. No, because I've posed in so many pictures with you. God, you looked so hot in that one in Tulum. It like made me angry. I do like an up. As much as like girls used to always take pictures from above, and the joke used to be like, hey dad, could you get on a high dive and take a picture of me so that it's like hides double chins and it makes you look really, But that's not, I look better from below. Like my angle, I kind of look good with when I'm like, what's up? And I don't know why. I think it's because it makes my lip look a little bit fuller. Because I'm a TLB, a thin lip bitch. Y'all know it. I did recently get a lip flip though. Got a little injectables right here and it makes it go broop. It's pretty cool. I just got a Sephora haul I want to go through really quick. Maybe a little ASMR-y. And you know, like if there are guys listening to this, you're not interested. Maybe you have girls in your life and you need to get them a gift. Maybe we'll find something in here that you would be into getting. I got this last night. I do not remember what I ordered late at night on Sephora, on my Sephora app. I did this on stage this weekend, Noah. I went through a girl's purse and she had a Sephora coupon or a receipt. It was a long story, but Anya's guitar didn't work on stage. For some reason, it was not working. I had to go out and save her, and so I go, let's just talk. And so Anya and I were talking about living together, and I was like, she used to do a really good impression of me when I would come home from my day, and she needed someone's purse to do it because the impression is her throwing her opening the door, throwing her purse on the ground, and going, ah! It's just like going like that. So that's her great impression of me because that's the way I am. But she took this girl's purse and then I go, I'm actually going to take this purse so Anya's guitar was fixed and I go, I'm going to take this backstage. Can I go through it and like make fun of stuff in here? And the girl was like, sure. Her name was Taylor Glaser. I opened her wallet backstage while Anya's singing and her name is Taylor Glaser. Her last name is Glaser, spelled the same way mine is. And I realized Taylor Glaser is the name that I hope someday exists for Taylor Swift when we get married and she takes my name. Because I feel like I'll be the masculine energy in that relationship. Okay, let's get through the Sephora haul. How much money do you think I spent at Sephora, Noah? Damn it, it doesn't say on here. It doesn't say, but it's gotta be, I mean, I can look it up on my app. It's gotta be like $300, I think, maybe $400. It's so disgusting. What did you guess?
I guess $232.63. Yeah. That's the number that came to my head.
$232.63. I mean, I have to check if you're right because that is so specific. It's like beautiful. Okay. Order info. Sorry, this is not interesting. Oh God, it won't even give it to me. Fuck it. We'll find it later and we'll get to it for the final thought. Okay. So I got this thing called Glowish by Huda Beauty. Huda Beauty, me. This is light. Oh, this is a bronzer. I needed a new compact bronzer because I've been using like a big palette of bronzers and it's too big and sometimes I forget and I need to bring it backstage. So this is the light color Glowish. It's not very light at all. It's going to look awesome. I'll put a little on because I didn't have any. I also got Aether Beauty Topaz Mini Crystal Palette. I'm guessing this is eyeshadow. Do you wear eyeshadow, Noah?
Not so much, but I always put it on when I wear my waterproof Kat Von D eyeliner.
Your what proof?
My water? My waterproof?
Your waterproof Kat Von D eyeliner?
Because it helps take it off easier when it's not directly on my skin.
Yes. Okay, got it. But it's almost like you use it as a primer. Yeah, primers are what there is used so that it sticks and then it like kind of comes off easier. Yeah, this is a cute, this is a great little palette. I don't like the big palettes of eyeshadow. They're always like 400 colors. Like you're a little, like the kind of marker sets I used to get as a kid. Too much. This is just four.
Eyeshadow. Do you use your finger or do you have an actual one for it?
I use a brush because I buy brushes all the time. I always buy synthetic, like cheap brushes. You don't need to invest a lot in brushes. I always buy brush kits to keep them like clean and separate, but they always end up just mushy in my bag and I never clean them. I just buy new ones. It's not very green. But what I do with my eyeshadow is like, and this is not helpful to anyone who doesn't do eyeshadow, but what I found is like the creases on the side. I don't go all the way on the lid. I do a light lid, and then I do like black in the crease on the side, on the very side. Then I did Bye Bye Under Eye. This is by IT Cosmetics, which does my favorite CC cream, which is the only foundation I use. And this is an under eye stuff. Oh, and look what I got. You remember when I revealed my favorite skincare product? Yeah, do you? Maybe you don't. Well, if you don't, you got to go back and find it because I only going to reveal it once because I didn't want anyone else to get it. I got 5 of them. Stocking up, bitches. It's by The Ordinary. I'll tell you what it is again. 100% plant-derived squalane. It's amazing. You can use it as lube. You can use it on your face, your body, whatever you want. let's just get through this. Oh, this body wash is amazing. I got this idea from The Cut. The Cut is the strategist. Sorry. New York Magazine has a blog or a website called The Cut. I think The Strategist. It's all about buying things. I mean, it's like so stupid and consumerist, and I hate that about it, but it also just tells you, there's one thing where it's like 10 things I couldn't live without, and celebrities do it. I asked them to interview me for it, and I made a whole list, and they never published it. But I got this idea, I think, from Nina Dobrev's 10 Things You Can't Live Without, and it's called Nécessaire, the Body Washed. And it's eucalyptus smell, and it is amazing. It just smells, it's like $20, but it's body wash, and I can already smell it. It's so good. I really recommend this, and it's boys like it, girls like it, and it just smells really, really good. It makes you feel rich. It's like it smells like a hotel spa. I got a new eyebrow pencil, which I'll lose. Oh, another one of these, 6. I got a brow powder duo from Anastasia that I'll probably lose and never really use. Ooh, I got a soft pinch. I think this was on sale. Oh, Rare Beauty lip. Let's see how it is. Yeah, this I could have gotten Wet and Wild at Walgreens for $1.99, and it would be the same as this that I probably spent $14 on. And then I got a Marc Jacobs highliner. I don't even know what this is. Oh, eyeliner, I think. Oh, I usually use the Kat Von D thing too. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be good. It's a new eyeliner, Marc Jacobs. No big deal. And then a Sephora simple brow pen. Killing it. Oh, wait, no, that's my all right, that's it. That's my Sephora haul. Let's get Andrew in here. Oh, I have 1 minute left. What could I say in 1 minute? When I was a kid, we used to play MASH to pass the time. I loved MASH. I loved God, what else did we do? Gymnastics. We would just
Did you jump rope? Jump rope games?
Yeah, a little bit of jump rope. We would do a lot of bike riding, but I'm trying to think of if we were stuck in a place where we couldn't run around, what kind of things we would do. Oh, we would do the game where you close your eyes and you go up your arm with your finger on your friend's arm, and you try to guess when it gets to the crease of the elbow, and then they're wrong, and I don't know what you prove. We would finger each other. No, we didn't do that. But some kids did. The experiment. Don't do that. Or do. I mean, I don't mean to tell you what to do. This weekend was so much fun. I really shout out to Taylor Glaser, by the way, who let me go through her purse. And I found so many things. She let me go through her phone. She gave me her password for her phone, and I was going through that. I was texting with her family trying to get dirt on her to make fun of her on stage. She loved Disney. Her fiance was there. I go, are you going to take your fiance's name? His last name was Matata. And then she loved Disney. And then later on, I put it together. I go, oh my God, Hakuna Matata. You got to take his name. You love, and no one got it. And I go, that's pretty great. I got so heckled in Napa by a drunk woman who loved me, which is always conflicting. We'll get into that and so much more when I get Andrew in here right now. Andrew!
At iHeartRadio, we bring you the best podcasts, from The Ron Burgundy Show to The Breakfast Club to Stuff You Should Know. Really, all of today's biggest names. But each of these shows started with an idea, and now we want yours. We're looking to you for the next great podcast. Simply go to nextgreatpodcast.com to get the details and submit your pitch. We'll select up to 10 semifinalists and give them $1,000 to produce a pilot. Then, listeners from across the world will vote on their favorite to decide the next great podcast. Enter today at nextgreatpodcast.com. That's nextgreatpodcast.com. Why shouldn't the next great podcast come from you?
The stories that are affecting the Black community are being covered on the Black Information Network. Not a show or a podcast, BIN is a 24/7 news network covering stories from a Black perspective. Listen to the Black Information Network on the iHeartRadio app and get news for and by the Black community. Anywhere, anytime. Keeping you informed, keeping you engaged. The Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
I want to get back to being in my community group.
I want to continue having a soccer season.
So I can throw parties again.
So I can go to her parties.
It'd really be nice to dine in instead of getting delivery for a change.
So I can feel safe and protected for myself and my students.
We each have our own reason for why we're getting vaccinated against COVID-19. What will yours be?
Visit getvaccineanswers.org for information on the COVID-19 vaccines. It's up to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Okay, audience, do you love trivia? Do you love the hit podcast, Stuff You Should Know? Then you'll love the new Trivial Pursuit game, Stuff You Should Know Edition. With 600 questions from the hugely popular Stuff You Should Know podcast, this game is packed with weird and unbelievable trivia inspired by topics on the show. You'll be challenged by brain-busting questions in 6 fascinating categories, including myths, legends, and conspiracies. And SYSK selects a mix of topics handpicked by podcast hosts Josh and Chuck. It's perfect for 3 to 6 players and adults from ages 16 to 116. If you love the Stuff You Should Know podcast, or you're just curious about the world, grab your copy of the Trivial Pursuit game, Stuff You Should Know Edition today, wherever you get your favorite board games.
Hey, Andrew.
Yow. Good morning, baby. Good morning, baby.
No, baby.
Good morning, sugared boobs. Sugars.
I like that. Sugar boobs. Because that sounds, baby is, I mean.
For your dad.
Yeah. No, sugar tits is what my dad calls me. But you can say sugar boobs. Babies, I don't like baby. I want to save that for my lover.
You hate sugar more than baby.
Do I hate sugar or babies more? I don't know.
It's close.
I've said that I will go the rest of my life without either of them. I don't want what's it called? What's it called when sugar is like added sugar? I don't want added processed babies. Yes. Or
so you don't want your
babies in the raw.
You don't want babies in a lab or your food.
Mm-mm. I might take a baby in a lab though.
Would you rather eat a baby? Okay, let's say a plane crashed. And you were on a plane full of processed sugar, food, and babies. What would you eat?
Come on, Andrew. Andrew.
What would you eat?
Andrew, I would look for people that had hangnails that they need bitten off, and I would chew on those.
They're not on the flight except for the pilot.
Just like you yesterday. I showed you. I almost posted the footage of you gnawing on your hands. So Noah, when I was boarding my flight, Andrew and I had a little time before our flight. We ate lunch together at a table, and I just noticed he was like really going hard on his hands, and I didn't want to say anything because I was like, I don't want to stress you out more, but sometimes I just want to go, hey, what's going on? Like, why? Because there's a reason why when I had to put a Band-Aid on my leg today because I was picking it because I was nervous about my day. I have a meeting later on with my lit agent, and I haven't made a decision about my book, and that's why I'm doing that. I know it. And my date later, there's a lot going on. Why was that yesterday?
I like these shorts, by the way. Not in a sexual way, just very cool. I don't know if you can open it up like that. Oh, hey, yo. Ass out,
I got them at Saks on sale for like $100.
With them, huh? Come on.
They're like, why is that? Why would I buy these for that much money? I don't think they were $100. I think they were like $50. But they saw me coming on these. But they're fun.
Yeah, I love.
Mary Lynn Rice got me into having fun pants when she was on our show. She stood up and they were so fun. And I go, I need more of those in my life.
Well, those are fun. They're not pants, are they? Well, capris?
They're biker shorts.
Wait, what were we talking about right before that?
Chewing your skin.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm a nail biter. I've been a nail biter my whole life.
But yesterday you were really going hard on them. So what was going on?
I think I was just still hungry. I don't know if my chicken salad sandwich did the trick. Sometimes I'm just still wanting something in my mouth. Also, when I tend to drink more caffeine and I'm flying, anxiety's up, even though I don't feel that anxious.
You always tell me to get you a cold brew, and I always get you an iced coffee because the cold brew is so much more caffeine, and I don't think you know that. I think you just think it's another word for iced coffee. And I was right.
No, not completely. I knew cold brew. I didn't know how much stronger it was. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to like help you out a little bit here and there. You love changing my order. You get my order and then you go, well, this is actually what you need.
Because the thing is, Andrew doesn't even. Yesterday because Andrew will just have. I could be like, hey, let me get a. He doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't. Andrew, so often, but Andrew, it's true. Yesterday we were at the airport. Don't go, don't do it.
I didn't. There's food in there actually from either the pizza last night. No midnight shits, by the way. Just wanted to let everyone know.
Oh, good. And you had a pizza late at night.
Yeah, late at night pizza. So yeah, but I had a morning shit. But anyways, yeah, go ahead.
Yesterday we get to the airport a little bit early, and I get through sooner than him because I'm TSA pre and he's regular. He's one of the plebes. And I get through, and I am, well, I like, it's not a long terminal. Like, we're talking a quarter mile back and forth, right? Like, not even back and forth, like, the whole thing. And I like to scope out every food option, especially when I have time, before I select what I want, because I want to have the best possible one. Now, if we're talking there's like 4 terminals, where I have a short amount of time, I'm going to just choose something. I always mitigate, But Andrew he will just pick what's right in front of him, as opposed to walking one gate down that might have his favorite thing he's ever eaten. He'd rather eat a shitty sandwich that will just do the trick. Now, I don't know if you're an Andrew or a Nikki, if you're a llama or a hedgehog, but hedgehogs just take whatever's in front of them, and llamas like to select. Noah, what are you in this scenario?
When llamas are in an airport, they're always very discerning. You're a llama?
In this scenario, I'm the llama.
Now, okay, and this goes for everything with you, Andrew. Like, if you would go to a store and the first rack of clothing you would see, you would, instead of going throughout the whole store, now, granted, you're saving time, but I almost don't think you're saving time, because the sandwich that you eat is going to make you could find something that goes through your system better, and then you would spend less time on the toilet because you looked a little bit harder. Because I looked harder and went to one place that I go, Pete's Coffee is not going to have salads. Because all these salads are like, you look at a salad and you go, oh, this is more, nutritious and like better for you than this vegan wrap. They had a vegan wrap yesterday at this place, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna get. Then I go, let me just check these salads over here. Every salad was like 780 calories for half of it, and I'm like, this is for like a vegetarian salad it's called like healthy salad. I'm like, and then it's like there was 39 grams of sugar in one of these salads, and I literally go, what the fuck? And this guy next to me like looked at me, and I go, I didn't even say it, but I'm like, 39 grams of sugar in this salad that has edamame. It looks like it's just lying to you about being healthy. But those cranberries and then the dressing. I know it sounds like I'm obsessed with food, but you got to read labels, not because of calories, but you just don't think salads are going to, and I know this is, everyone goes, oh, salads are, we already know, Nikki, that salads can be tricky. I'm not talking about salads with fried chicken on them. That's what people go, oh, fried chicken and cheese on salads. That's not really a salad. I'm talking about salads that look healthy by all aspects of it. So then I went a little bit further, and I found the most delicious thing I've ever had in an airport. Quinoa with all these roasted vegetables and this vinaigrette that was light and not too sugary, and it was divine. And I would have just settled for that dumb salad and not used the dressing because of the sugar and not eaten the cranberries, and it would have been bland. And I didn't do that because I just went a little bit harder.
You didn't even ask me if I liked my food. I like my food. I had a chicken salad sandwich with a little too much lettuce on there, so I got rid of the lettuce. It was on a croissant, which is French.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
and I had nacho Doritos, which I know I rarely eat chips, but I felt like putting some chips on top of the sandwich. I chipped it up. It was a little crunchy, a little soft.
Taylor Swift
delicious.
does it with burritos.
Delicious.
Yeah.
And with a Diet Coke. Topped it off with a Diet Coke. It's not my best meal. It's not my healthiest meal, but it was a nice airport meal.
We're not talking about the meal. We're talking about just doing a little bit more to make it that much better.
Yeah.
And you, like, the other day you posted a backstage picture of you wearing the onesie that I got. So Noah, let me explain those outfits that you may have seen on tour. So I love to really, I'm trying to go Taylor Swift, like, Reputation tour. Lover, like, I'm trying to dress like a pop star on stage, because why not? These are big theaters. It's a big event. I can, and I want to just respect the audience to be like, I dressed up for you. I'm really like giving it my all, and it makes me feel important and pretty and fun. And so I was on Rent the Runway because I've been buying outfits. They're like $400 for a dress, and then I don't wear it again, and I can give it to my mom to sell on eBay. And she can sorry, I just burped. She can tell people like, Nikki Glaser wore this, but people are gonna be like, who? Or they don't even care. It's not gonna resell for anywhere close to $400. Or I can do Rent the Runway, which I used to love to do. I used to do their monthly fee with, it was like $100-something bucks, and you get 4 outfits, and you can rotate them as much as you want. And I had a lot of fun with that for a while, until I realized Rent the Runway, like, their buyers were just buying some really ugly stuff. But I recently went on there because I go, oh, well, I never looked at their like fun, like, stage wear, like night out dresses. I was always buying like, day wear. And they have so much fun stuff. The thing about Rent the Runway is, and let me just tell you, you guys should all do this. You and your friends can wear the same exact thing. If you buy a Rent the Runway thing and you rent it for 4 or 8 days, I have to return it today, actually. I was looking, and they give you, so they let you pick out a size that you think is your size, and then they let you get one extra size for free, just in case that one doesn't fit, because you can't try it on there. And so I realized I generally know what size I'm going to be. Why don't I buy an extra size that would either fit Anya or Andrew so that we can match when we do the dance at the end? And so, yeah, Rent the One is a little suspicious when I'm getting a size, my size, and then a size 14 also, which is like kind of the spectrum.
You don't know what you're going to eat. You might eat that bigger salad, 38 grams hit you.
Yeah, maybe I could just tell them if they ask. Well, I don't lie, but I could tell them. I could just be doing a role where I'm pregnant and in the play that I'm wearing this for. And so you were wearing this insane jumper that made you kind of look like Harry Styles. You loved the pants, which were like kind of a flared pink pant. He loved them.
It gave me a big moose knuckle though, and a side cock, which didn't look terrible. But anyways, go ahead.
What do you mean it didn't look terrible? You're a little proud of your penis?
It just looks like, because the pants were so high, it looked like my dick hanged farther than it normally would on a normal pair of pants. It was an interesting illusion.
I like that.
Yeah, I felt like David Copperfield.
We know what happened to the Statue of Liberty. Remember when he made that thing disappear?
Yeah, how?
Illusion. Rent the Runway. So then, Andrew takes a picture backstage of himself in the mirror. I'm on stage. I go, Andrew. He's on. So I go out in an outfit to Anya finishes her song. I come out with her. I'm in one outfit. The audience goes, "Oh, this is what she's wearing. Okay, we thought we'd expect more." And I go, "No. Just wait. I'm going to do an outfit change next time you see me. I will look different." So then I go back. Andrew does 10 minutes. I have 10 minutes to change into the jumper. I change into the jumper. I go out on stage. Andrew comes off stage. Then by the end of the 2 hours that I did on Saturday night, 2 hours of new stand-up, and I was scared that I didn't have 20 new minutes. So thank you, Monterey, for staying out, or Napa for staying out late that night. Andrew, while I'm on stage in those 2 hours, he takes a picture of himself backstage in the outfit. Maybe this was in Monterey.
This was in Monterey, but yeah, and then I put it on again in Napa.
Yeah, but you took a picture backstage, and then I saw it when I came off stage, and I go, Andrew, just wait to post something. Can't you just wait until I can take a picture that isn't... His picture is blurry. It's foggy because he didn't wipe his lens. It's not even it's a selfie in the mirror. He could have framed it so... He doesn't understand that...
No, I do. I'm not...
No, you don't.
I'm not...
I don't think you... What do you...
I understand that it could look cleaner and better. I like when it looks rugged, and I'm already in this pink outfit, so it's like I don't want it to like look perfect. I think it's funnier. I'm leaning towards funny.
The picture's already funny. I would have to say that I don't think you understand, and I've told you this before, and maybe I'm so out of line here. Lighting in a picture and like the way it looks aesthetically is so in the color and the brightness and the pleasingness of the picture means something.
I know it could be better.
That's why when you started an Instagram live yesterday in our cab on the way home. We started one on Nikki Glaser Pod. Thank you to everyone who watched. We started one in the cab. Andrew goes, "We're live," and it was dark. There was no lights in the cab.
I think you lean towards the side of anal about things.
You know I do.
And I lean towards more the pussy. No, I don't know. I lean we're on opposite sides of the spectrum. Some would say you're over analytical, like over
Go look at my room. I am not that anal when it comes to clean stuff. And it's like,
no, but if it was on video, if we go, hey, let's go video your room and put it on your main Instagram, that shit's gonna be clean as fuck.
No, it won't be clean. What it will be is well lit, because I do know that on Instagram when I'm scrolling, I tend to like photos that are bright. When you put your phone in grayscale and make it boring looking, that's a way for people to stay off their phones more, because everything looks boring. Brightness and lighting and a photo having good contrast and if you send it to me, I can put it in Snapseed, which is my photo editor app that I paid $5.99 for. I can give me 30 seconds and I can make a photo, and I bet you anything it will get at least 25% more likes.
This is what we're going to do. You do the Snapseed thing. Obviously, they've already seen the photo on my Instagram. I'm going to do a side-by-side in my stories and do a poll on which one do you like better.
Well, I wouldn't have allowed you to give me that photo because it was so grainy, and I would have just asked you to stand in some good lighting, and I would have taken a photo, and then 2 seconds later, you would have had a photo that would have killed.
My thing is that I feel like my lack of awareness and stuff annoys, like, annoys you.
Yeah, it really does.
And whenever you're OCD,
I'm so flattered when everyone thinks I'm OCD because it makes me feel like I'm clean, but I'm not.
But your attentiveness to detail and needing something to be perfect when you want it to be perfect. Doesn't really annoy me that much. If things get to you that I do more than I feel like the other way around.
I know, but it doesn't need to be a two-way street. You know?
No. You don't drive on those.
I understand that it's annoying how annoyed I get at you. I just know that you could get 25% more likes. Likes mean something to you, and like it would help your brand. Like I'm just trying to help you get more followers and have more aesthetically pleasing stuff. And I get that you just put stuff up and it's like rugged, and there's a part of that about you that is so beautiful, and I wish I could embrace like the way that you write some of your jokes. It's like the way it comes out, the way you say it right away. It's like so brilliant, and you never even need to touch it again, and it just works. And there's also something about how you can be happy with whatever sandwiches they have backstage. You don't need to, but for me, when I ask you when we got off stage in Napa or in Monterey, when I got off stage, Anya had said before, like, are we going to do dinner? And I go, guys, I already put on my rider everything I want to, like, satisfy me for food for tonight. I kind of just, like, eat all my snacks for dinner, and I like that. And I made it clear to you guys, I sent each of you an email from my assistant saying, what would you like on the rider so that whenever you're hungry backstage, you have exactly what you would want. And none of you put anything on it. Yeah. It's free food.
I put a couple things. I put cashews and dates. I should put some chicken salad and some...
There you go.
And some...
But Andrew is a person that when you... The other night, Noah, I went to the grocery store. I was going to Whole Foods.
Whole Foods.
I finished my run, and I took a scooter to Whole Foods because it was too far away after my run.
Wait, what? You scootered from our apartment to Whole Foods?
No. I went on a run, and then my run didn't end exactly where I wanted it to at 4 miles. I would stop at 4 miles, and so then I scooted the rest of the way on my little line. It was so fun. I wrote Andrew and I go, hey, I'm at Whole Foods. Do you want anything? And I always know what he wants. Zevia. We always want more Zevia. And so that's a foregone conclusion. And he wrote back, no, I'm good. And then I had already grabbed him 3 pizzas. No, 2 pizzas, one for myself, which he ate the one that was for me. But that's okay. I didn't tell you. I got you 2 cauliflower.
How am I supposed to know that?
Because it was vegan, and then I got you 2 cauliflower ones for you.
I've been eating vegan ones.
Oh, I thought I brought... It doesn't matter.
But this is why I don't ask. Because
but I don't care. Does that not hurt your feelings?
It doesn't hurt my feelings, but when you break things down, you're so attentive to these kind of things that I'd rather have you not get me anything and then it just be separate and we have a boundary there. Rather than you going, well, I got you this pizza and then pizza was for me.
He goes, no, I'm good. And I go, I got you pizzas. I'm already in line. It's fine. And he goes, thanks. And that was it. So then I got home and guess who immediately puts a pizza in the oven because he has nothing else to eat. I knew he had no food at home. I knew that already because I live here. What would you have done?
I would have figured it out. I'm 41. I've eaten without you. I can eat without you.
But listen, I go, Noah, what would you have done if I didn't get you that pizza that's now in the oven? And he goes, I would have gone to Whole Foods. And I go, but I was there and I asked if you wanted something and I would have bought it for you. And why wouldn't you just tell me?
Because like I said, I'm not being like, I need to do it myself, whatever. But I just feel like when we start buying things for each other, it can affect. Like today, I added Zevia, and you're like, hey, can you wait on the Zevia? Then that makes me go, well, I don't want to share anymore because now there's counting. Now
there's not counting. I just don't have a lot left.
But there was a full case
for me, that's
left.
not a lot. I need 2 cases.
I know, but like before I left, right? And I don't. This is why, like, I bought a whole thing of Zevia. When I got back, there was no Zevia left. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Because you've gotten a ton of shit, and I try to get just as much shit and think about it as well. But, so then when you go, hey, don't have any more Zevia when it's one of 12.
I didn't say don't. I said, hey, would it be okay if you drank the Spindrifts that we got sent a ton of Spindrifts that you like? And I go, can you have Spindrifts until you get us more Zevia? That's all I said.
I know, but then that... But
why does that make you feel so sad? I didn't say
it's not sad. It doesn't make me sad.
What the fuck? I wasn't throwing things at you. I think you're scared of just being confronted about anything.
Yeah, I mean, I
just don't understand what's so bad about me saying, hey, these Zevias that I...
But you're not scared to confront.
No, because
ever.
Why...
So I think that's where we have a disconnect. Because I think, like, there's just times when, like Like yesterday, like we're in the car and you wanted to put something on the radio that wasn't for me at all.
Yeah.
And you didn't ask me at all. And I know that we're on.
But then you said, "Can you take this off the radio?" And I said, "Okay."
I know. But I almost just had it on the whole time.
Well, that would have been you not having boundaries.
I know.
And that's not my fault.
I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying it's partly my fault too. Like
I was honestly putting it on because I thought it was going to be better than you being in silence with me listening with my headphones, which was the alternative.
Don't you think for me it would have been better if low music with that in your ears?
I couldn't have music on because I needed to hear it.
Yeah, well, I ended up playing Les Mis on my left ear.
Okay.
Did you know I had Les Mis on?
No, but I will say I looked at your phone when we were flying and you were sleeping next to me, and it was Les Mis, like I dreamed a dream of time gone by. And it's just so funny that Andrew is like wearing all this golf attire, like just such a dude, and it's just Les Mis on his phone, like just constantly.
I love Les Mis so much.
Why don't we ever sing Les Mis on our live?
There is a castle on a cloud. I like to go there in my sleep.
We need to get to the news. Please pull up the news.
You heard it here first. Yeah, you heard it here first.
Oh boy,
God,
we had a hell of a weekend.
So good.
We California'd it up, boy. We did Northern California where the girls are warmer.
Now they're a little bit colder. Didn't bring enough of enough jackets.
Yeah, that was surprising. I was ready for the cold.
Yeah, he was wearing a sweatshirt when we went to go get Starbucks on Friday morning, and I go, "What are you doing? What are you dressed for the winter?" And we went out, and I learned my lesson. Andrew was correct.
Your nipples were freaking poking.
Oh my God. I didn't wear a bra this weekend, like, at all. I'm going braless.
Oh, yeah,
baby.
I noticed that.
All right, well.
Now you're going to go for extra
sugar boobs.
Sugar nips.
Go back to calling me baby. Don't call me sugar boobs. Don't call me baby. Look at this. Let's get to the news.
A couple on a bike ride near a lake in France called the cops after they thought they saw a corpse taped up in a black bin bag floating. When cops arrived, they discovered it was someone's inflatable sex doll.
I look like a sex doll right now when I go.
You kind of have a sex doll look.
Thanks.
You're like a Stepford wife sometimes. Like, very, like, you could be like one of those robot girls from Austin Powers. Like,
thank you.
Take me and bang me in the butt.
Oh my God, you really nailed it when we were watching F-Boy Island. And Sarah at one point looked like she was so shocked by something, she looked like one of the fembots malfunctioning in Austin Powers. When they go like, these boots are made, and they're like, and they start malfunctioning. It was such a good observation.
And then they steam. Didn't they steam up?
So the sex doll. I mean, this must happen all the time that sex dolls are mistaken for corpses. Because, I mean, they're the size of humans. Would you ever fuck a sex doll?
Yeah.
All right.
Get me one.
Would you fuck a corpse?
Do I know the corpse? Or is it just like...
You used to follow her on Instagram until she died.
Okay. But do I go to her...
She's
show up
well
at the funeral home? Do I show up at the funeral? Like, how am I finding this corpse?
Listen, I don't even want to talk about it. It's so gross. And no, you wouldn't, because you're scared of bugs. And it'd be mushy. But maybe you'd like it.
It'd be dry.
Yeah. No, it'd be wet.
You think?
Maggoty.
All right, well.
Yeah. Let me just say, sex dolls... I think they are great tools for men that don't have an option to have sex with something else. I think they are great ways to experiment with bringing a third party into the bedroom. If you and your partner are talking about like, oh, I'd like to maybe have another girl in here and like just see what that looks like. I think that's a great way to like incorporate it. I think that
what if a guy was like brought in a full body sex doll while you guys were fucking and was like, why don't you lay on top of the sex doll while I fuck the sex doll underneath you, or vice versa? Like, would you get jealous?
Would sandwich it? No. No, because you just said I looked like a sex doll, so I'd kind of be like, oh my God, he just likes me so much, he wants more.
He just wants you, but less talkative. Less talkative.
I don't get jealous. I know, right?
Wait, so what do you think, though? I want to know the story behind the guy who got rid of this body in a canal, like he was done fucking it and he just threw it off a bridge.
I also think a sex doll not only is good for men who have desires that they can't be met with real women. If you have a murderous, homicidal kind of tendency where you want to dump a body into a bog or a swamp, this might be a way to do that. Now, I don't mean to get gross here. I don't mean to get disgusting here. I'm sorry to shift into this, but this does remind me of ways that they seem to that have been offered to treat pedophiles, where okay, you get a sex doll so that you act out on that. Whether or not that is something that would even work, I don't know, but like I do feel like for people who might want to murder women and dump their body and like love podcasts, murder podcasts, and like want to live that out, maybe this is a way to do that.
It's like a dog toy.
Though that based on my porn consumption and the things that I do artificially to supplement the things that I really want to do, you eventually tire of those things and you gain enough practice in those things that you do it for real. So I actually wouldn't recommend that to people with homicidal tendencies.
Yeah, eventually dumping a body off a bridge will just get boring. If
the Liberator online. I talked about this the other day, right? No, the Liberator, the little ramp. Yeah, I just bought one, but this one has a hole in it so that you can put the magic wand.
Okay.
And so you can
the Liberator, for the listener, it's a bridge.
I'll show you what it is. Yeah, it's awesome. And I bought a lot of stuff online today for my sex dungeon I'm building out. I'm like, look at this Liberator. I just want to show it to you. I'll tell you the model I bought, you guys. I bought the Axis Magic Wand toy mount, $160. Not too bad. It's in black because don't ever get something that can show fluids. All black, brown.
That's smart.
Red.
Dark,
velvety red.
Just don't get white. Don't kid yourself.
I also went to Love Honey, which, by the way, I tried to use my own promo code that I did on the show. It didn't work. I had to look up a promo code. Love Honey, we no longer have them as a sponsor, apparently, because I not only did lovehoney.com/Nikki Glaser, and it goes, this is an error. But I got a lot of stuff from there. I want to tell you what I got.
Wait, where does the dildo... So the dildo goes through the hole and you sit on... Or not the dildo, the vibrator.
So it's a ramp, and then there's a hole in the ramp, and then there's a magic wand that you put in it. Okay. So when you lay on it, the vibrating ball of the thing is just right outside of the ramp. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because usually I put it down, and it's like this big thing. It's like...
But are you using this while you're having sex with someone else?
Yeah,
I guess you could.
So you lay on top of it.
Yeah.
And the thing is there. So there's the ramp.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, and then he's banging you from behind.
Yes. From behind. Gotcha. And then you have this, because I don't even like it from behind unless I get a little something on the front. So I also got... Noah looks
sounds like your mom shopping at thrift store. I don't even like it from behind unless I get a little something.
I'll tell you later the rest of the stuff I got. Let's get to the next news story.
No, I love this list.
I did get the Sports Sheets. This thing I cannot wait to use. The Sports Sheets spreader bar with cuffs. This thing...
Let me see. Sports Sheets.
So it's a bar, and it has a cuff here, and those are for your ankles, right? And then it has a cuff here and a cuff here, and that's for your hands. And I can do this. I can do like behind my head, and then you put it behind your head like this, and then you're like,
can we get a
stuck
snapshot
like
of
this. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to use it, but it was. And then I got some other stuff. I got a sex toy cleaner, because you're not supposed to just use regular soap.
Dawn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're supposed to use that only on ducks that have been in an oil spill, that have been using sex toys.
Some would say what you're doing in there is way worse than an oil spill.
There's been some oil spills in there for sure.
All right. OnlyFans is banning sexually explicit content from its platform, putting the income of the sex workers helped popularize the site in jeopardy. The company says that the changes are in order to comply with the requests of their banking partners and payout providers.
These motherfuckers
use these women to build their platform.
I mean,
why don't we start one?
Wait, no.
OnlyFans. Not bad.
You do like to say Oni instead of only, and that's hilarious. However,
yeah, go ahead.
What do these people expect? How do these bankers expect to make money on this platform that no one's gonna? What are they gonna do in this thing?
I mean, yeah.
They want it to be like a Patreon, like just regular stuff.
Yeah, just regular Patreon. I mean, that's they think long term. It's kind of like, I guess, Craigslist, when Craigslist had sex workers on all the time. Craigslist is still doing okay without it. Right. I mean, it was a big part for a little while, but thinking long term down the road.
But you had a really cool tweet that you shared with me. What was it that a girl from OnlyFans wrote? She goes, "Well, I guess I'll go back to fucking your husbands for money."
Yeah, and tagged a woman.
And tagged a woman that, like, your conservative husbands, your Christian conservative husbands, I'll go back to being an escort and having them pay me to have sex with them behind your back. You dumb broad.
I just think there needs to be a site. Look, this is the thing. Can I tell you something?
It's like actually safe, because it's like children can't get into it without paying money. Like, it's not.
Here's the hotness of OnlyFans. It's like I say, like it's like getting naked at a Walmart because OnlyFans, how it's built and stuff, seems like a normal site. Like it's like when you see tits on Twitter.
Oh, right. There's
it's
not
so
like
much
anime
hotter.
porn going on the side.
It's not like Pornhub or RedTube. So we need to build.
Yeah, RedTube just sometimes has like a jizzing dick next to the thumbnails that you're looking at, and you're like, what's going on?
This isn't who I am. I'm this nice person.
Yeah,
over
they're
here.
trying to sell me something else over. Okay, so I get what you're saying. It's a site that does not make you feel inherently dirty or shameful going to it.
Yes.
What do you guys?
Yeah,
Sorry, I had a question about this article. I was curious about your input. What do you think about credit card companies, though, dictating what you're consuming?
I mean, it's just like these. It's the Christian. I'm guessing it's like the wives of the men who run the companies, because these men are disgusting, I'm sure, and they like sex and they consume porn, and if they don't, they're doing horrible things instead of that. Because these powerful men that run, I just think that, I mean, I was at the baseball game the other night going off about how the world is run by billionaire pedophiles. But, and I'm not,
I'm trying to watch the game and eat my peanuts.
I know. And the guy who brought
She's like,
us
you don't
there,
like nachos like that, Andrew? I'm like, I'm just trying to watch the game, Nick.
my friend who got us tickets was like, these are like my mom's friend's seats, and we probably shouldn't be talking. You shouldn't be mouthing off about that. But the thing is, I just think it's so hypocritical, because the men and the people who run these banks are all running banks because they like power, because they want to have sex with a lot of things, because they're pervs. Everyone likes sex. The world is run by it. Everyone consumes porn. Stop acting like you don't. Stop acting like you're a good Christian. And it's just Christian. I mean, it's just.
And they're probably getting actual escorts for like $2,000 a pop. They have that kind of money, but for the average Joe that can only spend $5.99 a month to see Tiffany's
and their wife
tits.
is going to leave them unless they put their foot down about this OnlyFans thing. And their wife, not that their wife is like, I'm not going to fuck you anymore, because that's long gone. The wife says, I'm going to take all of your money when I divorce you unless you shut down OnlyFans, because our son has an OnlyFans account. I realized, and it like goes down to something like that small. Do you know what I mean?
And then they're. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Noah. Yeah.
I read a couple of tweets that made me think, and I was going along up until a certain point of what you said, but it made me think, like, maybe all these like rich guys who are heading these banks and stuff, maybe they don't like how much money women are making on these sites monthly and how rich women are getting, and it's just kind of like to put them back in their place. That's what I took from it.
I mean, it is funny when someone's like, she's not even working for this, she's just showing her body. It's like, you're just hitting a button to trade a stock that you knew about because you're all connected in the Illuminati. Like, fuck off. Like,
and I bet one of them, you're so right now, I bet it was all precipitated either by an angry wife who was like, I'll leave you unless you do this, or it was a guy, one of those bankers, got an OnlyFans, requested a woman put like a tennis ball fucking package up her vagina, and she was like, no. And he was like, what about if I give you this much money? And she's like, no. And he's just like, well, then I'm shutting it all down, because something he wanted her to do, it's something about either they can't have those women, they're angry, they're making money. And listen, I follow a lot of men not a lot of men, I think 2 different men on there that do things to women. Like this guy like ties women up and like gives them a bunch of orgasms. I follow him on there. I don't know what else he's gonna do. I just like so many. I just loved OnlyFans because it felt like I was still giving directly to the person making it. It felt like very Etsy porn, and I loved the cross stitches I was buying from Luna Star. I'm really saddened by it. I haven't read a ton about it though. Are people on there just freaking out? Is someone else going to join the game? I mean, someone else has got to create a platform where we can all just go over there.
I mean, it would make sense and just make it exclusively for that. And then then if you want to sell Tupperware over there, you're going to really stick out. You know what I mean? Like, no selling Tupperware on Eat My Ass OnlyFans. You know what I mean? Like,
I just don't know what. There's no financial gain to be had by making porn. Limiting explicit content on there. And that's what I think all men do.
We're all lying to ourselves.
So I think you're right, Noah. Yeah. If it's not about money, because this is not about money, they're going to lose money on this. Correct me if I'm wrong, besties, but like, why would they be doing this? It's because
of the long run. I think it's because of the long run. I think there's like probably there's plenty of people. I mean, we'd have to break down the numbers, but I bet you there's plenty of people making a lot of money for them that aren't showing their tits and pussy. I bet.
I mean,
and dicks.
I think money is involved, but I think it's like someone's wife is going to take billions from them if they get divorced, and that is why. I mean, it's so interesting that when we have 4 men who like control all the wealth in the world, their personal lives can dictate so many huge things because of like they might have a bad morning or something. They might their balls are full, so now
it's
a
like
country is going to starve to death.
Elon Musk smoked weed on Rogan's podcast. It changed the whole stock just because he's like, I want to get high for fucking 2 minutes.
Oh my god. All right.
The company one second. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, no, have all the swells.
Oh, you didn't say that.
Holy shit.
Well,
I hope you're having a great time out there and having all the swells. If we're having a ton of swells over here, I'll forget to say it. That's because we're having so much swells.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, shit. I dropped our cross stitch.
A 46-year-old liquor CEO plummeted Ledgehead here by the phone.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, a 46-year-old liquor CEO plummeted 30 to 50 feet to his death while attempting a backflip at Citi
At a Grateful
Field.
Dead show.
Yeah.
I thought it might be Phil Hanley, and I was like, oh, no, that guy can't backflip. He's the only deadhead I know. Oh, no.
This guy is really a deadhead now.
So... Casey Joe, you better
watch your head.
Oh no!
This guy tried to flip. I'm sure he was like, "Hey, check out this badass flip."
I mean, it's so funny that we've talked about that flip so much recently. You and I, not on the pod, especially, but in our own life. You were talking about, I want to be able to do a backflip. I can't believe people can do them. And I go, what is this obsession with backflips? And you said that a lot of guys will use them to like get chicks by just
the ultimate peacock. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean now. That peacock's extinct.
Oh yeah.
So he felt. Did the show stop, or were people like, "That was an amazing"?
So it was during intermission, but I'm pretty sure the show kept going on because he didn't die right there. They took him away in the ambulance.
Was it the beginning of one of their songs? So it was like 23 minutes in, and they had to finish it out.
Yeah.
Oh God.
He was hammered. He owns a liquor company. Oh, his nickname is the Rooster, which I thought was interesting. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm sure he's like that guy, like, I'm going to do the worm, I'm going to do a backflip.
Do you think that guy, that's how he probably wanted to go?
It's probably
as opposed to, like, dying of a heart attack on the toilet, That's
true. I mean, I guess that's a very nice way to look at it.
Would you like to die doing a backflip? If you actually, did he complete it and then just kind of stumble?
I guess he kept doing flips because he fell 30 to 50 feet.
Who does a flip on a balcony?
I mean, I don't know if he had his own box.
Well, rest in peace, Ledgehead. We love you, and Deadhead Ledgehead. We'll be right back with Why Do I Care?
I'm Robert Evans, and does it seem like everything's kind of falling apart? That's because it is. First off, climate change is hitting a lot harder than our most optimistic predictions had anticipated, and that's leading to infrastructure falling apart. It's leading to food and everything becoming more expensive. It's just going to cause a lot of continued problems and weird problems. Like, remember when toilet paper wasn't available? That kind of weird. It's going to keep happening, and we're also going to continue our lurch into authoritarianism. And that can be kind of scary. But the good news is that when things start to fall apart, we all have an opportunity to replace them with something better, to build a new world from the ashes of the old. On my new show, It Could Happen Here, Monday through Friday, we'll chronicle the collapse, yes, but we're also going to talk to visionaries and thinkers who have ideas about what could replace it, and who are going out there in the world right now to try to build something better. So, listen to It Could Happen Here on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
For decades, this area has been a hotbed for paranormal sightings.
This is a strange place, this part of the country.
Ed, where are you?
Something about it just doesn't feel right.
Dad? Strange things were happening back then, and strange things are happening again now.
I think I found something.
This otherworldly corner of southeastern Massachusetts, the Bridgewater Triangle.
iHeartRadio and Grim and Mild presents Bridgewater, starring Misha Collins, Melissa Ponzio, and Nathan Fillion. Created by Aaron Mankey and written by Lauren Shippen. Listen to Bridgewater now on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts, and learn more at grimandmild.com/Bridgewater.
Andrew, why do I care?
We'll find out.
Why do I care?
Google founder, well, he's kind of the founder. He was the third guy on the thing, but whatever, admits he created a revenge site against a strange wife under her name in a moment of frustration. Scott Hassan and his ex-wife have been embroiled in a nasty divorce battle that has raged 7 years and involved millions of dollars. So
what was the site called?
It was her first and last name.
Yeah, it was her first and last
Madison?
name. Well, her name's Allison Ho or Hun.
Yeah.
Sorry, Allison
So
Hun.
he created a revenge site.
But it was all public knowledge. He just consolidated it to make it easy to see all the things that... Like, she had a couple lawsuits against her. One saying that she was going to kill the guy she was dating, who was also her boss, and then kill herself.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so... But, you know, the guy...
And did he do this anonymously, not thinking he would get caught?
Yeah.
What an idiot.
And so then she hired... So get this. She's, like, works at robotics. This is, like, the battle of these nerds.
Yeah.
She figured out how... He started because in the Google Drive it was his first and middle name or something, or like his middle name. So she figured she
figured out his password.
She just figured out who created it, and so then she was able to tie it back to him.
I mean, of course it's gonna be her ex-husband who hates her.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's apparently like a real like nerdy guy that doesn't really get social cues, and he can't talk. He's kind of autistic, like brilliant numbers guy.
Yeah,
and he doesn't. They have $1.8 billion.
Revenge porn and revenge. Like stuff like this. I mean, women do it too. It's not just a purely male issue, but
well, he was mad because she accused him of infidelity in front of the kids, and that he hasn't cheated. So,
what's worse, being a child witnessing your mom accuse your dad of something he didn't do that it involves sex, which is inappropriate, or your dad making a website saying that your mom is crazy and hired people to kill someone, like.
Well, what's worse, the reaction or the initial?
Did you use Squarespace with drag and drop tools? Did you get 20% off using promo code Dalia?
I mean, this guy wrote the code for Google. Like, this guy's brilliant.
Yeah,
and you know,
I mean, brilliant people do dumb stuff when they have been scorned, and that's why it's so fascinating to me how men can be so manipulated by their balls, because this is all essentially a woman who used to make his, like, he got this woman in his life who, this woman seems to probably have been toxic herself and have issues.
When he wasn't that rich.
To her initially because
when he wasn't that rich either. Yeah.
Okay, but he was originally attracted to her because his balls were full at one point when he met her and he wanted to come, right? Yeah. So then he gets in this, and she wanted safety, and she saw a smart guy that probably made her feel good, and then they get together and it's toxic. And then they break apart, and then, I mean, so many things are fueled by men just being, like, horny and confused, and, like, smart men, brilliant men that, like, build our phones, and...
Jeff Bezos, I mean, they all...
cloud.
They get options.
But then they can get so derailed by anger precipitated by, I think, horniness.
Yeah, there's new vagina, there's a whole new buffet for them when they start having $1 billion and you're in the news. Hey, this guy's worth $1 billion. They can do whatever the hell they want.
It's so weird. It's so dangerous. I mean, I've been really horny before and done
Bill Gates
kind of dumb
divorced
things.
his wife over his balls being full.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so funny when I see like really guys like this that are like brilliant geniuses, and you'll hear about them on private planes with, 20-year-old escorts, and it's like they'll be acting like they'll be having conversations, like talking to these girls, and I'm like, you're so transparent, like you have nothing in common with this girl. Stop acting like you're interested in her. Like, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I honestly would rather talk to a 20-year-old than Bill Gates.
It's like when a smart person loves reality TV and it allows their brain to shut off. Maybe they're just tired of talking to a robotics woman who's like, breaking down their chicken salad sandwich.
Let's get to Top 1 Bottom 1. Top 1 Bottom 1. Today our category is
childhood toys.
Childhood toys. I don't know what made me think of this one, but I just wanted to...
Because you were probably buying adulthood toys, and you were like... What's more fun, shopping for adulthood toys on the internet, or when you were a kid picking one out of a catalog?
Being a kid is so much easier, because these you're just like reading reviews, and it's... a review is fake on a sex site when it goes, this big daddy really... Like, when they describe the toy as like, this thumper really gave me a run for my money. And you're just like, no one talks like this. This is written by someone who was paid.
A thumper.
So, okay, Andrew, can you kick us off today?
The bottom one?
Yeah, the bottom one toy.
This is going to be probably pretty controversial, and I don't know if it's technically a toy, but Monopoly? Not a fan.
Boy, that's a great one because I don't like Monopoly either.
Really?
No, I hate Monopoly. Oh my God,
I thought you were a big Monopoly head.
No.
Oh, I'm so happy.
No, I hate Monopoly.
Noah, do you hate Monopoly?
I actually loved playing Monopoly.
Really? I don't think I ever had the patience for it.
I just liked all the counterfeit money and holding it. It made me
I like the little iron.
I did like the thumbnail.
Yeah, that
was fun.
The thumb. It's not a thumbnail. It's a thumb tack. What's it called? A thumb protector? Yeah, a little thumb cap.
A thimble.
Thimble.
A thimble.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, a thimble. I like.
What's a thimble for, Andrew?
Huh?
What is a thimble used for?
To symbolize things.
Seriously though, what was a thimble used for?
I think it's for something with when you're knitting.
Yeah, but what would it be used for?
You put the pin in it, maybe, or something.
No,
you put it on your finger so you don't get pinned.
Yes, there you go.
Nice.
Boom, got it.
It's gotta be hard to hold the pin though while you're doing that. But yeah, Monopoly, my friends would love to play, and they're like, I got 4 hotels, and blah. I'm like, dude, why are we We could go fucking play outside. You know?
Yeah.
You could go fart on each other. I don't know.
Yeah, there's too many pieces. There's too many arguments. It's money. It's proper real estate. There's that little man with the mustache. You go to jail. It's too much.
You could probably break down.
I like McDonald's Monopoly.
If a 12-year-old, I did too. Like I love ripping off a sticker.
Yeah.
12-year-old loving Monopoly who's really good and probably doing pretty good in life in regards to business.
I know.
I'm
Did
sure
your brother love Monopoly?
I'm sure he did. I have plenty of rich friends that love Monopoly that are doing way better with finances now. But yeah, so what are your bottom ones?
Noah, what was your bottom toy?
This is very embarrassing. I don't know if it's considered a toy, but this is the first thing that came to my head. I never told anyone about this.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
What?
So when I was really young, I was still in Israel, so I was definitely like 5 or 6. I got a gift from my grandparents, I think. I don't remember who gave it to me, but it was edible crayons. So it was, and I guess they must have taken it off the market because.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure. I remember it having a flavor. And then any other crayons that I would receive, I would bite to see if they would taste like anything as a result of that. So that is my bottom.
It's like edible cigarettes you were chewing on Newports for 10 years.
It's so embarrassing to admit, but I just thought whoa.
Because crayons seem edible on their own without being called edible. For me, they were at least.
That is insane that someone would make edible crayons.
It was the 80s.
You want a crayon to last.
Do you know in St. Louis, when I first moved to St. Louis as a child, I was 6 and I moved from Cincinnati. Our neighbors would call crayons. Do you guys want to go draw with some crowns?
Oh, man.
Crowns.
Ugh.
And me and my sister were like, Jamie and Lindsay always want to draw with crowns. What are crowns? We were so confused.
Wait, what was the weirdest thing you would eat when you were like in preschool and stuff? Did you ever...
I was not someone who did anything adventurous or risky when I was a child. I was very safe. My first word was dangerous, and I would point out things that were dangerous.
What was
I would point out those crayons.
You know what I remember eating? You remember the thing, ants on a log, where you'd put raisins on peanut butter?
Yes.
I put actual ants on the peanut butter, and I ate it to be like cool. I swear.
Oh my God.
In like preschool, I remember putting ants on the actual celery.
Okay, I looked up toys because I wanted to be reminded of stuff. And I gotta say my least favorite toy, and this is just a general one, Ken dolls.
Okay. Dick?
I didn't see, I wasn't interested in Ken dolls. I loved Barbies. I loved their clothing. I wasn't one that wanted like my Barbies to date. I didn't want a guy to fuck up what my Barbies and I had. I thought it was just forcing me to. I really felt like, I think that I intuitively did not like how they were making girls do things that perpetuated marriage, like all these things, marriage, babies. I didn't like having baby dolls. I was just like,
but what
I'm
was
not
it
a
about
mother.
Ken? Like, was it because you didn't have
because Ken costs money? It would be a part of my Barbie budget would be spent on a Ken doll. I didn't have many clothes for him to change into. He would just kind of, there was nothing interesting about it.
But who's driving the Corvette?
That's a good point. We had self-driving cars way before Tesla even introduced them because I wasn't letting my Barbie in that front seat. She does not drive. She doesn't have a license.
No way.
No, I just I would use like a stuffed animal to drive. Like I just didn't want
A G.I. Joe.
I just didn't see the point of Kens, and I thought that they were only there so that we could have mock weddings and things like that, and I didn't like them. And I already knew that part of my toy budget was being affected by the Ken doll, and I didn't need him. And whenever I'd play with my friends and like they would get married, or we would play like, I always wanted to play school. I never wanted to play marriage or house. A lot of kids like to play house. I wanted to play school, and I liked being a teacher. I didn't want to be a mom or a wife ever.
Man, you knew early on.
I really did. And let's get to top toy.
I mean, I guess my top toy would probably be Nerf guns.
Yeah,
I love the Nerf gun. You know, we would use the Nerf guns to.
Oh my God!
You remember American Gladiators?
Yeah.
So we would set up stations in our front yard. Like at the end of American Gladiators, they got to run to each station, and you got to throw something at the target while the gladiator's shooting stuff at you.
Mm-hmm.
So we would set it up with like different Nerf guns, Nerf arrows, tennis balls. And me and my older brother would do it, and it was so fun. And we would just set, and God, were we into American Gladiators, man. It was fucking badass. Anyways.
Yeah, so just any kind of like gun. You were such a little boy.
Oh, I loved the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noah, what about you? What's a top toy for you? Wait, Super Soaker. Were you into that?
Oh, love a Super Soaker. I have a crazy Super Soaker story that I won't tell right now, but just note it that.
I do too. It happened in Vegas. You heard it though.
Oh.
It was after I masturbated. Okay, Noah.
My top one is a specific Barbie doll that I had.
Whoa.
Wait, which one? Do you have a picture?
I don't have a picture of her. I do have like a small anecdote. My favorite grandmother gifted her to me, and this Barbie, she was just so much prettier than the rest of them. Like the shape of her eyes was a little bit different. She was just so beautiful, and she had this like pink dress with stars on it, like this ball gown.
Yes.
And the funny thing is, it's so funny that you picked this topic because I remember the first day that I met you in person, you reminded me of that doll. Like the shape of your eyes, the blue in them, and it just was like, I don't know, it was like a sign.
Also, right now, because you're wearing like a pink hat.
Oh my God, I look more like a skipper today. But that is so
I just want to say, like, I never had an opportunity to like tell you this, but you just reminded me of this very special doll that I had growing up that happened to be a Barbie.
Noah, thank you. That's so nice.
I thought about my gun when I met you too.
Oh, you.
Not Nerf.
The lower half of my Ken reminded me of you when I met you.
I wish I had that. Can I ask a question about these Barbie dolls?
Yeah, I love Barbie so much, and that is the nicest thing you've ever said to me. And you've said some really nice shit.
Don't you think Barbie dolls, and I know this is going to sound pedophile or whatever, don't you think they should come with nipples and a vagina because it's showing girls that it's okay to have your body parts? I think early on it's being like, hey, you shouldn't even talk about these body parts. Is it too much? I'm not talking about like a full-on...
I think it's just like they're scared that boys and men are going to do weird stuff with it. It's not about protecting girls so much. It's like, I think boys would start jerking off with their sisters' Barbies and like be you know, you don't want to sexualize a Barbie. That's we just got to keep kids away from any sexualization, I realized. And like that is just a way, and I know maybe there's arguments against having these like kind of just unnippled.
Yeah.
But I never as a child was like, I want no nipples. I want to have nothing down there. Like I kind of understood that. You know, I always make the argument when parents go, "Oh, you can't. Don't do that around. Don't vape around Arlo or whatever." And I'm like, but Arlo. When I was Arlo's age 4, I understood there were adult things and there were kid things, and that I wasn't to do those things till I was an adult. Like, kids can make the distinction. I think we can do that for kids.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. But I guess you're making it's like if you made a kid vape for Arlo.
Well, I smoked kid cigarettes, those candy cigarettes.
I did too.
And
I would eat them right away.
And I ended up eating cigarettes later on in my life. Pack a day. Alan Carr got me off eating cigarettes.
What was your top toy, Nikki?
My top toy, I just really want to amend my bottom toy. My worst bottom toy, same thing as the Ken doll. It was my grandma for Christmas one year, 1992 probably, gave me a Kevin from Home Alone talking dog where you pull the string.
Talking what?
Talking doll.
Oh, doll.
It was like a Kevin from Home Alone. He had a plastic head, a soft body, and you pull the string and it goes, ah! or like, say the things of like, you're gonna pay for this scumbag, or I don't know what he said. And everyone in my family was like, Nikki's boyfriend. Like they made this narrative that I had a crush on him, and I hated it so much because I was like, boys are disgusting. I don't even like him like that. And I just remember hating the doll because it made everyone say I had a crush, and it was so gross to me. My favorite toy was a thing called a yak back. And you would record something in it, and then it would play what you just recorded backwards. And so my family had so much goddamn fun with this, and I learned how to say my name backwards.
How do you say it?
Rezlegiken. I swear to God, it's Nikki Glaser backwards.
No, I'm sure it is. Wait, so that's all the toy was, though? It was like literally just a thing?
Yeah, it was called a yak back, and I think they still exist. They're so fun. Let's see if we can actually find a yak back. Like, I bet they have like an internet thing where you can put it in and do it. Yeah, yak backs look like this. Oh, it's a 1994 yak back. Oh my God.
Mine would be
on eBay.
Word draw?
No. It's not the way it's said. It's the way, like, it's not the way you would spell it backwards.
Oh.
It's what it would say. So here's the yak back commercial. Let's play it.
It's two. It's not. 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 It's two. It's not.
It's a brother antagonizing his sister. And he's just holding, it's not. He keeps pressing it.
Can I have a sip of your drink? No. Yes. No.
He just keeps...
Wait, that's not playing it backwards,
I swear to God, they're just showing that it can record what you say and play it. That's how, like, unadvanced technology was back then, that if you could record something right away and say it back, it was, like, amazing. But Rezlagiken is Nikki Glaser backwards.
I wonder if this is how, like, parents talk to their dyslexic kids. Because it's backwards?
I think that's a misconception about dyslexia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Final thought. The shows this weekend... in Monterey and Napa were incredible.
Yeah, fun.
Lot of besties at these shows, more than have been at any of the other shows. Thank you all so much for coming out. We have a guest book that a lot of people have signed.
Yeah.
That you can sign. We have a step and repeat, which is a big, curtain thing that has my image on it that you can stand with and take a picture. And then I have a merch booth. And then during the show, we have Anya, you, special guests. I mean, it's so much, and then a dance at the end. I mean, it's been incredible.
Yeah,
even when there's technical issues, and I have to grab this girl's purse and go through it. I mean, that was the wildest thing, going through this girl's purse and going through her Google searches. You want to go through each other's Google search really quick? I won't embarrass. If something is incriminating in a way that I know you won't be comfortable with, I won't do it. But I think it could be funny. I really don't know what mine would be.
I don't know what's in here.
Let's just go through our own and share something funny. So I won't go through yours. We'll go through each other's.
Okay, how do you find
like
searches?
You go to the search engine, and then you go up to the bottom.
Search history.
The little there you
gotcha.
go. I have a lot of me searching for different tablature so we could play songs on our Instagram Live, which we did go live last night, and I played a bunch of songs. Thank you to all the besties that watched that. It was so fun. You played a song too.
Yeah, I played John Prine.
That's the way the world goes around?
Yeah, it's my only
really
song.
Good.
Thanks. It really fits me.
I was kind of annoyed at how good your strumming was. It bothered me.
Why does that bother you?
Because I play all the time, and you don't play at all, and you were just good. I mean, don't you get bothered when people are good at things?
No.
Okay, if I suddenly was
it'd
great
be awesome.
at golf...
I would love it for you. I'm sorry. I really would. I would love for it, because then it's someone I could play with.
No, I mean, I wasn't like... Well, you never play guitar with me, even though I would love for you to. So it didn't make me feel that way, because I already know that you won't play with me. Just like I won't play with you. I looked up... Let's see. Oh, my God. I want to read about... I was looking up side effects of my medications. I was looking up how to fix an Apple 11 iPhone that suddenly quits on you.
Wait, what side effects did you read? Or did anything come up with that?
Yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot that I would like. The thing is, I don't like to disclose what medications I'm on, because then people think, oh, I should get on that.
Okay.
And then it doesn't work for everyone. And I don't want people to make assumptions about me. I definitely... I've looked up so many different sex toys.
Mine are just different wedges. Like I'm looking for golf clubs. Like you're looking for sex toys. Like that's essentially what our searches is. It's literally like compare and contrasting.
Yesterday he was showing me the 4 phases of a golf swing, and I was like, which phase is me walking out of the room? Because you seem to think that I'm entertained by this. I almost started to record it and go and wanted to send it to Brenna and say, I need you, please. Do you do that to Brenna and show her the 4 phases of a golf swing?
Yeah,
or is that
probably.
just for me?
I don't know. I mean, can you be interested in something that you maybe don't think you'd be interested in?
No, I mean, I was interested in you being passionate about showing me this thing that I had shown no interest in. Like all of a sudden you just started going, and I was like, all right, let him go. I know when I'm showing you something on guitar and you're just like, ugh, who cares?
Yeah.
But I don't know if you knew if I was kind of like, ugh, who cares?
All my thing is just comparing different golf clubs. That's literally, and then porn.
And porn.
Yeah, that's
what
pretty
have you
much
been watching recently? You just pull up whatever, right?
I go to most viewed and I get it done, and then I go to bed, and that's pretty much it. It's not like there's no.
Is your masturbation
higher or lower now that she's gone?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely higher.
Well, I told her that I was saving my stock for her for about 2 weeks, and she's like, "No, you need to get rid of some of it."
Yeah, because that's going to be a moldy batch in my mouth. Or like that's going to give me some kind of bacterial infection if you don't.
I was so funny because I was telling her like kind of romantically, and she's like, "You need to get rid of it now."
Did you get that from me?
What's that?
The Save My Stock. Oh God, I just spilled coffee again. Did you get Save My Stock from me?
Can I be honest? Mm-hmm. It was from this comedian named Casey James Salango. Wrote a bit about saving his cum for his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. So that's initially where I heard it. But I mean, a lot of guys have thought about like not jerking off to be more attracted to their lady. But the actual saying "Save My Stock," I don't know where it's a nice saying though.
Because I think I read something to you the other day, and that was about that.
What, saving my stock?
No, where I was texting with someone and I was like, save it.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, look, whatever it is, it got to me because your boy was saving it, and your girl, Brenna, did not want me to save it. She's like, get rid of some of it, and then now I'm on.
Yeah, I would just, if I was seeing a guy, I would say 3 days before, stop.
Yeah.
But I honestly, I would love a 2-weeker. I would love a 3-yearer because that guy is going to be. I mean, if you
3-year?
No, I mean, this is Cupid's Poisoned Arrow, dude. The book I'm reading a third of. I'm gonna actually finish it. This book says you come like quarterly.
Okay, but I guess this is where the rub is. No pun intended. Where is he coming? Because if you're taking it in your mouth, you don't want a 3-year. If it's just on top of you, you could do a 3-year. If it's inside of you, and depending on what you're doing with your pill or your IUD or whatever.
No, it's in your hair, and then it's like a conditioning serum because it is dousing it, and then you leave it in for 3 minutes, and then you wash it out.
I'm just saying, I think the level of how long is where you're going to put it, where it's going to be placed.
What do you mean? I honestly don't think that if you don't cum, that your cum just starts to get moldy and actually
not
stink
moldy.
and like bad.
There's a lot of it. It builds up back there like a dam.
All right.
And it breaks out like a flood in Tennessee. Like I'm telling you.
So if it was in your mouth, like a girl might like
it's
drown.
Just too she might drown.
It might like go in you might inhale it in your lungs.
It's a big gulp within seconds.
That's how that sex doll died.